I'm Dr. Bobby Huynh, and this is a big LGBTQ story for today. Let's queer up trans rights. MAGA trans hypocrisy, as Caitlyn Jenner says she uses women's bathroom at Lago. Caitlyn Jenner, a transgender Trump supporter, reveals this week a contradiction in the GOP stance on transgender bathroom usage. Trans rights seems to be decided based on what side of the political spectrum you represent. In response to a post on Twitter speculating whether she, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump used the same bathroom at Mar-a-Lago, Jenner replies simply, "We do not." This statement comes following anti-LGBTQ Representative Nancy Mace's hateful statement against trans Representative-elect Sarah McBride's bathroom usage. On the eve of January's inauguration, there is no community that will face greater scrutiny and dramatic changes to their lives than the trans community. It is, look, I'm gonna say it's just not surprising. Of course, Caitlyn Jenner is going to lean on her privilege, her wealth, her celebrity in order to elbow her way into a women's bathroom, even if there is an anti-trans bathroom bill, or a bathroom ban. Yeah. The thing is, as the more I consider about this kind of panic bans all over the country and the incidents of anti-trans hate that follows this ban, it comes to me to the following. One, a lot of the attacks on perceived trans people are not actually trans people. They're just masculine-looking cis women or feminine-looking cis men. And Karens just basically whip up a fuss and accuse someone of being trans when they are not trans. And secondly, I know plenty of trans masked men and a lot of trans women, and I dare you to tell them apart next to a cis counterpart.
No, and you can't. Listen, they don't want any trans women using the women's bathroom, except. Okay, that's it, right? Except if you are part of our crew, if you're giving us money, if you have money yourself, except. That's it. It's for everyone that's basically not opposing them.
And this isn't even new. I worked for a man named David Brock, who famously is the gay man that wrote the book Blinded by the Right, because he used to hang out with Matt Drudge and Ann Coulter and part of that whole political world in D.C. And he and Drudge are gay. They were very much accepted within the Republican circle as long as they were doing the Republicans' dirty work. Then they were treated fine. But the moment you're not with them, then they want to make sure they're discriminating. This is typical of the Republicans, discrimination for thee, but not for me.
Yeah.
Well, there's a ton of money, of course, and wealth, power, fame, when you're a minority who speaks out against your own minority group, because you will always be used by the conservative media to be like, hey, we're not racist, we're not anti-this, we're not anything. Look, we have a gay person right here. Tell them how much you hate gay people, So that's how they do that. But also, the token thing. So I also call for any trans men who are very male presenting, why don't you guys show up at the Capitol and start going into the women's restroom? And you see how quickly some of you will maybe reconsider that idea that, trans people have to go into the restroom that's their sex assigned at birth, because they're only thinking of trans women. They're not thinking about trans men at all, which they probably would hate if that happens. And I do want to read a quote from AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who said, "Women know that men don't scheme to dress like girls to assault them. They do it every day in broad daylight, and the ones in power protect each other's to keep it quiet. Just ask the House Ethics Committee or the President-elect of the United States." Thank you, AOC.
Thank you, AOC. So that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.